staying tuned. We have a slight change in our discussion or lineup. These are not the African queens. And have an African queen.
We do have an African queen
but
here.
But Mr. Aleman, I'm not sure if he's fit to be an African queen, maybe an African king, right? So this is all about celebrating Seine Bight Day and honoring culture through that event. And so we have joining us Chairman of Seine Bight Village, Jose Aleman, and then Secretary in the Seine Bight Village Council, Wanigi Ogales.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having both of you. All right, so with you again, another year, another Seine Bight Day. Man, I promised myself I'll have to visit one of these times. This year might be the year, might not, but we're always excited to have this conversation. Chairman, let's start by telling us what's the plan for this year.
Well, of course, Seine Bight Day is a 3-day event starting on the 15th of August, this Friday, of course. It goes through the Saturday and likewise the Sunday. It is an event where we try to bring people from all walks of the country, starting with our cultural explosion on the Friday, our opening day, likewise. And Seine Bight is a Garifuna community, of course. So we take that Friday very sacred, whereby we take that opportunity to showcase our cultural heritage. That is inclusive of our dances, our music, our food, our spirituality, our medicine. Recently, we were gifted with a welcome center in Seine Bight, so that also will play a significant role in terms of displaying what we have in there in terms of arts, craft. Our women, our children are prepared to showcase themselves on that Friday. And of course, it takes you into the Saturday where it's an all-day beach bash. But what we are doing different is that the competitions that we're having is infused in Garifuna tradition. So that simply means we'll be doing things like chumba contest. We'll be doing like the
What's a chumba contest?
The chumba is whereby you tend to showcase work that the women would do while at home, or the men would do while they go out to fish or at the farms, etc.
So rooted in tradition.
Exactly, it is rooted in tradition. We'll be having like the Primero drumming showcase. We'll be having the coconut husking contest, and of course the famous hurut eating contest. Among the regulars which are done everywhere, like the beer drinking, etc. No? The artists that will be playing are made from, they are technically Garifuna artists from the south, of course. The Sunday will be that grand event whereby we'll be having 2 bands on the stage. We'll be having not only the Sweet Pain 3.0 but also Ogoro. Ogoro band, which is for the elderly, right? And you would know by their main track where say Manda Dog. I don't know why, but you know. These guys are coming to pump up Seine Bight Day, and of course the setting up has started already and we're excited. This is our 7th year, as this is my 3rd term as chairperson, and it only gets bigger and better.
Now let's bring Miss Wanigi, right?
Yes.
Wanigi into the conversation. For you, how would you describe your community, Seine Bight? And how does it feel to be a part of that community?
Well, how would I describe my community? Seine Bight, I love everybody who go to Seine Bight, they know it's love. It's a Garifuna community. So when people call, the first thing they want a hurut. The people, they're very supportive. They're very, like I said, loved, and they're excited for the Seine Bight Day. They look forward for this event every year. I didn't think the chairman mentioned this is actually one of our only way of raising funds for the council. So it's a very big event, and with those funds for help for garbage collection, correct? And just to help around the village.
I like the way that you guys express how close the community is, and I think that's something that is evident beyond the conversation that we're having here. What I also appreciate is the way that the council and the people try to ensure that the culture is kept alive, and that whoever visits Seine Bight or whoever is a part of the community know what they came from. I know you're not able to really go off as a historian, but for persons who might not be familiar with the formation of Seine Bight in the first place, how would you go about to describe a little bit of the history of this community?
Sure. And if I may, our historian who is on another set left me with something so that I can
got it, man.
share with the community as well. No? Seine Bight, of course, is nestled in a bight. Seine Bight is a flat, sandy coastal village about 10 feet above sea level, and it stretches along the Placentia Peninsula. It is one of 5 Garifuna communities in Stann Creek District. It is located 68 miles south of Belize City, about 30 miles south of Dangria, and 19 miles from the Southern Highway, near South Stann Creek, and 5 miles north of Placentia Village. According to Windsor Line, Seine Bight was a site where, in 1629, the privateers of Earl Warwick settled. It was later inhabited and given its name by French fishermen who were deported from Newfoundland and Nova Scotia in 1755. The inhabitants of Seine Bight are descendants of those Caribs who arrived in Belize on 19 November 1823, some of whom were later settled in Seine Bight about the year 1869. They were led from Riversdale by Emmanuel Walpi Moreira. It is said that the first settlement of about 100 Garinago people landed in Jonathan Point.
Where is that?
Jonathan Point is right around Riversdale. And from Riversdale, they move on to Caribal. And from Caribal, they settled in where Seine Bight is now, where the locality.
Rich history.
Wow.
Yes.
That dates back to 100 years and more.
More.
Wow.
Yeah.
More.
You mentioned Riversdale, and it was just last week we were documenting a story of that community and the way that they take the protection of their environment so seriously, and that's something that I know also comes out of Seine Bight, where the protection of the land, the seas, there's a lot of fisher people who live in Seine Bight as well. Can you talk about that, some of the old-time traditions that we would see coming out, and professions even coming out of Seine Bight?
Traditionally, the way of the Garifuna people was by farming and fishing. Over time, that has changed, and of course, a lot of us has ventured into tourism.
Correct.
Of course, a lot of our men and women are in the enforcement. That is the police department, the military, Belize Defense Force, and likewise the Coast Guard. Some of our men and women, as a matter of fact, majority of them, educated all over this country, primarily in the south and north. So my mother, for instance, taught when she was 15 years old. She moved to the Toledo district, and that is when she started her career
as a teacher.
As a teacher,
Yes.
led by her uncles Charles Arzu and Emmanuel, the late, both of them, no? Emmanuel Ogales, and that is when she started teaching. Not only her, but a lot of other teachers sprang out of Seine Bight at an early age, and so we educated a lot of people. We did a research the other day, and we were able to dock over 150 teachers from Seine Bight, and that is still counting.
Wow.
So of course, while we have changed from that fishing and farming, we have impacted the community or the country in different workforces.
All right, so let's run through it one more time. Let's run through the activities for the 3 days, just so we know and everybody understand what then they get themselves into, right?
Definite. It's gonna be 3 full days of fun-filled activities, starting on Friday, the 15th of August.
Nah, right there this Friday.
Yes, man,
Yes,
that this
yes.
weekend.
Yeah,
That
man,
this
alright,
weekend.
alright,
And watch out,
nice.
the tent, they get set up already.
Yeah.
So that could tell you that we're very well prepared. Wanige is rocking one of our shirts here.
And it looks
the Charlie,
great.
The black one.
That's nice.
Oh, most definitely, man.
Yeah.
And if you know, this is our sponsorship shirt. So it indicates all of our sponsors on the sleeve. We are powered by our platinum sponsors, which is Ework Marine
And
and likewise Turtling. And of course, we have several other sponsors. Wanige, can you take a turn there for me?
Yeah,
We have the shirt there.
I think we have the shirt
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Do we have the back of that on the screen? Nice.
All right, you can
no,
see
that's
the
All right,
side.
so Bob.
I actually
we don't got the back.
designed this
We don't
shirt.
got the
Oh
back.
wow,
I
congratulations.
designed
Can
the
we see the
logo as
back?
well.
Can we see the
Yes, man.
How? Which way?
Okay, so that's it.
Okay,
And
but the
yeah.
sponsor is at the back of
Yeah.
her shirt.
That's the regular T-shirt.
Yeah.
She may have another clip there, I'm assuming.
No, all right,
Yeah.
no, we
No?
don't have it.
All
I think
right.
you probably could take a turn and the guys can
here?
see the shirt.
Yes.
Stand up, you can stand up.
Definite.
So,
Right,
Let's
so-
just see.
If you look at all of our sponsors there, we have Villas of Playa de Coco, Calamira Beach Resort, BTB, Serenium Bay, Itzana,
Turn-
Bowen and Bowen,
Yeah, correct.
Niche, Chabelmar, Atlantic Bank, Go See, Pops, 30 Factory, CR Synthetic, Thunderbirds, M&M, Lowens, Barefoot, King Resort, Honorable Radwell Ferguson, Fragments of Hope,
Man.
Travelers. So I want to
Yeah.
make it clear.
Wow,
The
you slapped-
businesses,
Yeah, kinda
the
repeat
businesses on the peninsula, they ensure that they support activities that takes place on the peninsula.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
can see
definitely.
this, both activities in Placencia and activities in Seine Bight. So these people make it feasible for us to continue our cultural traditions and experiences, and of course, showcasing it in a valuable manner.
Monique, what would you say are some of the highlights for you and even for people your age for Seine Bight Day?
Well, actually, I'm a new counselor. I always, looking from the outside, you underestimate the work the council they do.
So you used to just attend and not even think about all the
Yeah,
planning?
now I'm in it, and it's meetings after meetings, going to meet the sponsors. So it's really a lot of work, and we do it because we love our community and we love our people. So they will enjoy this Seine Bight Day. Me, a young person, I always look forward to Seine Bight Day because, like I said, it's one of our only event in Seine Bight. Yeah, so it's really going to be big. So.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any upcoming projects you're hoping to use the funding from this event to support?
As it relates to this event, we'll be using it primarily for our village operations.
Okay.
And that is to consistently ensure that our workers are paid to time and the works of the community continues, which is the day-to-day cleaning, the beach cleanup, and our other employees that we have in place. However, we want to give shout out to one of our major projects that has been done in the community by Coastal Harvest, which is our synthetic football field at the
Yes,
moment.
I saw a photo of that. Beautiful.
I drove past Seine Bight like 2 weeks ago, and I saw the works being done on it. And I said, "Man, this is amazing." I didn't take any pictures. I should have.
And
But
Also,
yes.
when we passed through Placencia for our country tour, we saw it as well, so that was good.
And let me boast that it's the only full-size synthetic field in the entire site.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good stuff, man.
Well, guys, it sounds like it's going to be a full weekend for you all over there. We hope that we see people coming out and supporting, not only from Placencia and, of course, in the south, but across the country. Go and support this event. It's a 3-day event, and, of course, we know that it gives back to the community as well. Great work coming from you guys as the council, and we wish you guys all the best.
Thank you very
you.
much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, also, let's get you guys in on a cultural word of the day. Since, you know, we're establishing some culture here and some tradition, we want to know how much you know about these Creole proverbs, okay?
Right, so we got one phone.
We
for
have one
challenging
for
us.
you, and we want to see if you can decode it. All right, the Creole phrase of the day is, every day bucket got a well, the bottom must drop out. Every day bucket got a well, the bottom must drop out.
Yeah.
In Creole, that means,
No, in English it means.
in English, that means the bottom of a bucket.
Will eventually drop out after everyday use. Right? So the Creole, we want to help we interpret it. What it mean, right? So the Creole, like, everyday bucket got a well, the bottom must drop out, or eventually one drop out. What do you think that mean? Like the proverb, what do you think that mean? Think about it. You ever heard that one there before?
I heard it before.
All right.
I actually never heard
You never
this
heard it before?
I've never heard it.
Listen, finally you
I know,
heard it
right?
before. Yeah, wait, they give it a crack at it. What do you think it mean?
Probably no production.
No production? What do
No
you think?
production. What do you think? I mean, for bust your brain, but you might actually. Yeah. Everyday bucket got a well.
The bottom
Eventually, the bottom must drop out.
I guess you use it over and over and over again. You get old. That's it. I have to change. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Right.
close. So this means nothing will last forever.
Ah,
Nothing.
okay, okay.
It makes sense now?
Yeah.
I read it, so it makes sense to me when I start reading it, right?
Same. But thank you guys so much again for joining us, and we wish you guys all the best.
All right, thank you
Thank
guys
you.
as well.
We take our final break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we are going to be joined by some queens, some African queens to be specific.